brides and grooms should be aware of when you're getting married, planning a wedding, that there's going to be a lot of family and friend drama and everyone has an opinion. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm so excited about this video. It's taken longer than I planned to, just because of how busy I've been in the last couple of days to weeks after getting married. Oh, it's a bit crooked. Can't believe I'm married already. It happened so quickly. I still remember the day when Joshua proposed to me. February 17th is when Josh proposed to me last year on a cruise ship, and now we are here married. I can't believe it. It was like a dream come true. I am so happy. It was the best wedding I could have ever asked for. It went so well. So you probably can tell by the title of this video that I wanted to make a video of like tips and advice that I learned on the way on planning a wedding and things I learned after my wedding and kind of wish I knew. So I've made a list on my phone and I just thought I would tell you guys I feel like the most important tips and advice that I've learned that would be beneficial for any bride, any groom that are planning to get married, are currently planning for your wedding, or just anyone who's interested of what I went through in the behind the scenes of our fabulous wedding that we had. Wedding day was such a blur. Like, I was so nervous as hell, and literally the day went like that, and people would tell me the day would go like that. There you go, you got a click. And yeah, I was just going with the flow. I'm so glad I wasn't in charge, like had other people telling me what to do. Otherwise it wouldn't have gone as nicely as it did, just because I was like, you know, so overwhelmed and kind of not with it, and I was just enjoying the moment at the same time. So there you go, tip number one. Make sure you have someone else, you know, organizing your wedding. So make sure you hire a wedding planner or someone who's actually organized, because like I said, you're not going to be with it on the day. You're going to be too busy worrying about how nervous you are. Make sure you don't fall down the aisle in your wedding dress, and most importantly, enjoy the actual wedding day. You don't want to be there stressing about, oh my god, is everyone here, like when's the cake gonna arrive, is everyone's makeup done, you know, stuff like that, and when is the photographer gonna arrive. Nah, you want to be enjoying yourself, and this is the biggest day of your life, and that's the last thing you should be worrying about. So highly recommend hiring a wedding planner, and if you can't afford one, get a friend or a family member like your mother-in-law who has really good organization skills and is just with it and is on the ball, and actually help you plan out your day leading up to the day. Alongside hiring a wedding planner or having someone who's organized, speak to your vendors, especially your photographer, because they have been in the industry quite a while. They're more experienced than you on how to plan a wedding. They know who to talk to, they know who not to talk to, they know what to do, what not to do. And our photographer was really good. He really calmed us down and just ensured us everything was going to be okay, everything's planned. And he almost was like kind of like the wedding planner at the same time, because on the day he was like instructing people where to go, where to stand, like to take the photos, and where to go. They know all the people who are involved in weddings in the town. They know who the good people are, they know who the bad people are, they know who the experienced ones are. So definitely reach out to your vendors, especially your photographer, because you're gonna have them for the whole day, so they know what they're doing. Okay, let's talk about RSVPing. Now, I knew this would be a big issue. We're in the 21st century. A lot of people, especially the young people, we're all about technology, we're all about social media, we're all about the internet, yada yada yada. So I kind of went with the tradition, because, like, you know, you've always dreamt about, you know, making your own invitations and having how you want. I was too lazy to make my own, so we just got them made on a website and they printed out, and then we just had to send them off. RSVPing, I will even admit myself, if I get an RSVP, I'm going to leave it till last minute, because I'm too damn lazy to put it in the envelope, go buy a postage stamp, and even go to the bloody post office to post it off, because I'm lazy and I do a lot of things on my phone. I buy things on my phone. I'm always on my phone. Everything I do, pretty much my whole life, is on my phone. So yeah, if I could have figured out doing it all online, like the invitations and RSVPing, imagine you getting an email or a link or something and you just got to go yes, accept, or no, decline, and Bob's your uncle. Like, you don't need to worry about postage, going to the post office. And I think everyone would send their RSVPs a lot sooner than leaving it to the last minute, because then you just get it over the way and done with. And I think that's one of the main reasons is why some of them came so late, is because people just couldn't be bothered going to the post office. And I think that is the honest truth. Another reason would be because you need to figure out like how you're going to get to the wedding day. Can you get the day off? Who's going to look after the dogs? Who's going to look after the children? You know, stuff like that. So I totally get it, but I wish I kind of went more on electronic technology kind of side for my invitations and RSVPing. I even told Josh that I did, and he's like, oh yeah, that would have been a really good idea. I think this video is going to be all about technology because I did use a lot of technology. Well, everyone does. Like, how else are we meant to survive and live in this world? But I would like to say that there were 3 most important websites and apps I used that I honestly believed helped me so much, keep me organized, keep me on track, and just helped me so much in simplicity of our wedding. Oh, fancy. Trying to make it sound so fancy. Anyways, so websites I used were Etsy and Zazzle. So Zazzle we use for our invitation, so making our invitation. So it's so damn easy. You just gotta change the names, put the description you want, and you pick the design and it makes it for you. And then you order it and it can come in nice little cards with envelopes. So we did our invitations and RSVPing on that. And if you want to, you can do your menus as well, like have all the exact same templates, your welcome sign, your seating chart, and have them all the same designs and theme. Next one, Etsy. The only thing I used Etsy for was just like buying the small things I needed, like you know, like a candle holder and like the little water jelly bulbs. Actually, I think I got that from eBay. But yeah, if you never used Etsy before, it's like eBay. You can get almost anything and everything on there, and it's like Wedding Central. You can buy a lot of stuff on there. Oh, another website is, I'll have to leave it on the screen as well because I can't remember what it's called, but it was like there's an all-stop shop for wedding supplies, and I think a lot of event planning companies go to that website because they are based in Australia and they're just a one-stop shop for weddings. It's like Toys R Us, full of toys, but this is full of weddings, like anything and everything you need. A wed box is so bloody amazing. It's like a task list of what to do and how to plan your wedding. Like, you just tick a box saying, okay, I've got the bridal shoes, I've organized the photographer, I've got my makeup artist. Like anything and everything you need to do for your wedding, it's like a task list and it's a checkbox. You just tick them off, so you feel like you're on top of everything, and you feel like you're not missing out on everything because it's kind of telling you what you have to do and how to plan your own wedding. So, and it is a free app. So okay, so this might not mean too much to people as such as a tip or advice, but really weirdly, I will come back to talking about stressing about the small things, but I was stressing about my wedding date. Like, I was so stressed. I was stressing about everything and anything. So the very last week or 2 before I went on leave, I was like saying, I'm so stressed. I'm even stressing about the wedding date we picked. And I feel like it's because we didn't pick a date that meant a lot to us. It was just a date that worked. So originally we had a wedding date of the 18th because both Josh and I liked the number 8 and I liked the number 18. It was on a Saturday. It was in January because we chose January because of summertime and January was quite quiet. But then unfortunately the chapel was unavailable, so it wouldn't match with the reception in the chapel, so we decided to go the Saturday after. And then I was like, why do that? Like, 25 means nothing to us, and I don't like odd numbers, and the number looks weird, it's not even, you know? Just, I was going through so many things about my wedding date. Silly. Pick a wedding date that actually means a lot to you. It's on a Saturday if you want your wedding to be on a Saturday. Think about the seasons, like if you're going to have your wedding outside or inside, make sure it works with the seasons in your country or state that you're living in. And it also works for your vendors, so make sure your chapel and reception and your photographers and makeup artists everybody, it works for them, because we even picked it on a long weekend, Australia Day long weekend, and a lot of vendors weren't available because it was a public holiday, they were going away. Yeah, so make sure you think about your wedding date. Brides and grooms should be aware of when you're getting married, planning a wedding, that there's going to be a lot of family and friend drama, and everyone has an opinion. There's going to be a lot of people involved in your wedding, because it's your biggest day of your life, and also biggest day for your family as well. And everyone has their own opinion. It's like with anything in life, everyone will have their own opinion, but people have certain things they'd like to say on how you should run your wedding. Like, oh no, you should follow it as this certain tradition, or you should do this because it looks better, you know? At the end of the day, you're the bride and groom, and you need to figure out what you want to do and just take all the opinions that are coming in as advice. So yeah, I found very people were opinion, and sometimes was just getting too much. And at the end of the day, it's not like a bad thing. People are just trying to help and want you to be happy and have the best wedding that you can ever have. But that's one thing I've noticed. Planning a wedding is the most stressful thing I've ever gone through in my whole life, and so much drama and people coming in with all their own opinions was just like, this is a lot. But yeah, people mean well. I'm not trying to say this in a bad thing, but people do mean well, and at the end of the day, you just gotta take it as advice and go with what you and your future husband-to-be wants to do. Now, I didn't realize how much drama was actually involved in a bloody wedding. So yeah, unfortunately, I've had a fallout with one of my really good friends that I've been friends with since childhood, and the wedding just got to the best of us, and unfortunately that broke our friendship, and which is really sad. But it almost, as bad as this sounds, the wedding kind of brought out our true colors and really showed who our friends are and who our family are and who are really there for us. It is unfortunate on how it happened, and it could have gone differently, but I don't know. It happened, and who knows what the future holds. We might be able to put our friendship back together, but who knows, we'll wait and see what the future holds. I'm not going to go into too much detail of what happened, but I just wanted to put out there to future brides and grooms, be prepared for all the drama you are going to face. I wish you good luck. Okay, this is for the brides. Picking your wedding dress. Okay, I kind of knew this would be hard, but not too hard at the same time, because I had an idea of what I wanted my wedding dress to be. I wanted it to be the really princessy dress, the strapless dress, and really big puffy princessy dress out like that, whatever that skirt's called. So I went in, this was before, this is just when Josh's mum and I were going out for lunch. We saw a wedding dress shop. He's like, oh, just for fun, let's go and pop in. This was like before we even seriously started even planning the wedding, and I found this dress that I had visioned, and I'm like, yep, this is my dress. And you know, you just kind of be like, there's no that wow factor, because you already had this image in your head, like, this is the dress I want. And then I didn't think twice about it. I'm like, yep, that's my dress. I didn't buy it. I was just like, when I tried it, I'm like, yep, cool, I know what my dress is. I'm gonna be ready when I come in to buy it. And that was it. But when I came in with my two sisters, we tried on the dresses. My older sister Melissa said to me, look, just try different styles of dresses because you might change your mind. And I was like, oh really, like I already know what I want, like why? But I did it. And while they were all out looking for different dresses for me to try on, I went into like the dressing fitting area, and there it was, this beautiful pink, it looked pink at the time, this beautiful pink princessy dress just sitting there, previously tried on from the previous bride that was in there before me. And I was like, wow, that's pretty. It wasn't the dress I was after, but it was so damn pretty. I'm like, wow, that's pretty, I'm gonna try it. So yeah, I tried on everyone else's dress. I tried on the dress I picked. Everyone that was there was like, that's pretty. there was no wow factor. Like, have you guys seen the show Say Yes to the Dress, where everyone like cries and they're so excited, like, oh my god, that's the one? Like, I wasn't getting that vibe, and I started to think to myself, maybe this isn't it. It's so pretty, but like, maybe this isn't it. And then we tried on the dress I found that was hanging, the pink one, and my mother-in-law cried. I think my sister almost cried. She's like, yeah, that's so pretty. And I even thought it was damn gorgeous. But I was like stuck. I'm like, oh my god, which dress do I try? I really like this pretty pink one, and I like this one I picked. But obviously, in the end, I picked the pretty pink one. But yeah, that's my wedding dress story for you. And also make sure you have people come with you, like your mother-in-law, your sisters, your bridal party, and judge their reaction as well, because at the end of the day, they're gonna see it more than you will, because they, you know, like, you're gonna walk down the aisle and everyone else is gonna see it. You're not gonna have a mirror in front of you 24/7 to see it, so is where I'm trying to get at. So, but make sure you're happy with it as well, because it's the one and only dress you're gonna wear. Unless you're gonna be like one of those brides who wear 2 or 3 dresses on your wedding day. Good for you if you want to do it, but I feel like it loses the meaning of that special one dress. You only get to wear that one dress once. And I'm looking at it right now, it's hanging right there. And I need to figure out what I want to do with it. I think I'm actually going to keep it because it's so damn beautiful. And I'm going to make it a tradition that I'm going to wear it every anniversary. I'm just gonna put it on, wear it, and probably watch my wedding video with Josh. Josh might put on his suit, and we're just gonna celebrate being married. I am 25 years old and I am married. I did not ever think I'd be married at this age, or married this so young. I thought I'd be like in my 30s before I got married. Like, I'm totally getting off topic, but I haven't talked it on YouTube, but how Josh and I met was so quick, and I never thought I would find someone so quickly, fall in love with him so quickly, and get married to him so quickly. But I knew instantly he was the one for me when I first met him. Like, just talking to him, he was ticking all my boxes, and I knew straight away he was the one, and I was so gobsmacked. I'm like, I can't believe it, I've actually found the one. Like, I dated not so many, but I dated a few guys, and you know, obviously that didn't go well, obviously. But yeah, you always just know when you're dating someone there's just something missing, but you don't say anything or do anything about it because you're like, you know, something different might change, they might change, or the situation will get better, or you're just too in love with them, but too attached to them, you're too scared to let go of them. Been there, done that. That might be another video. I'm totally getting off track, but this advice tip is gonna be really hard to follow off because everyone does it and it's hard not to, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Try not stress on the small things, because the day after my wedding, I looked back on the actual wedding night, that wedding day, and I was like, damn, I stressed on such stupid things. Like, what was one thing? Not having the candles on my mom's memorable, I can't say it, table, not having a frame for my guest book puzzle piece and putting the puzzle piece together. At the end of the day, who bloody cares? It doesn't matter. The main important thing is you have a minister and you get married. Like, that is all that matters. Everything else does not matter. They're just extra things that you want for your party, for your wedding day. At the same time, I'm kind of glad I stressed about those things because my wedding day was perfect. And if it wasn't for those small things, I feel like at the end of the day I would look back and be like, almost feeling disappointed because I didn't have those things. Yes, they're small things, and it's easy for me to sit here and say you just need a bloody minister to marry you, but it is your special day. You only get married once, I hope. You only get married once. It's the biggest day of your entire life. You have a birthday. This is what I keep saying to myself, like, I'm almost feeling a little sad because my wedding day is over. You only get one wedding day. But with your birthdays, you know, you get that every single year. And so that's why I wanted my wedding day to be so bloody special, so big, so amazing, because that's the only one I'm gonna get. I hope this is making sense, but what I'm trying to say is don't stress on the small things. As long as you're happy, you have all the necessary things, you are going to be a-okay, and it's not going to matter in the end if something is missing, something doesn't go the way you planned. Like our flower girl, one of our flower girls was like, I think she's 2, and we already had an idea she wasn't going to be able to walk down the aisle, like just depending on her mood, how she felt. And during the ceremony she was just like, you know, walking around doing her own thing. It was reception, she was doing her own thing, grabbing the balloons, running around. Like, who cares? Like, that kind of adds to the wedding actually, like having kids just going off doing their own thing. That's an example I can think of at the moment, saying don't stress on the small things. It may not be as perfect as you want it to be, but at the end of the day, you are married, you are happy, you're in love. Another good one, I think all these tips are good actually, I need to stop saying that. Tip number whatever I am up to, reach out to your parents or friends, especially those ones who are married or have been married, excuse me, and ask for their advice. Don't hire centerpieces because at the end of our wedding night, we noticed some people took them. So that's okay because all of ours were handmade, but imagine if we hired those and we had to go back to the vendor the next day and say, sorry, we can't give them back because people stole them. Like, that would be just an extra cost for you. I don't know why people took them. I don't know. Some of them asked, so it was fine, but it kind of at the same time was good because otherwise they'd be sitting in this room and I'd have to figure out what to do with them, try and sell them or give them away. So that one is not end of the world, like I don't care, but it's just one thing I realized I'm glad we didn't hire a lot of the things. A lot of our things we had at our reception and ceremony were handmade things. Okay, so this is for when actually hiring your celebrant, your minister, your priest, whoever you're going for. Make sure you meet them, make sure you talk to them and see what kind of tips, rules they go off. We got told by our celebrant that he actually knows a celebrant in Canberra that doesn't like their bride and groom showing up on the day with a bit of alcohol in their system. I don't know why that's what they do, like good for them, like whatever. But like, of course you would have a little bit of alcohol in your system. That's how we're gonna calm our nerves down, like especially for the husband to be standing up there with everyone's watching him. He would need a little bit of something to calm him down, and I definitely had something to calm me down. And there we have it, 46 minutes later, and I've said everything that I needed to say. I think there's probably actually a lot more I could say because that was planning a wedding and getting married is an experience of a lifetime. It's the biggest party you are ever going to plan. I'm so glad I don't have to do it again because I don't want to. Yeah, it's a journey and you will only learn from it as you go through it, and everyone has to experience it for themselves. It's easy for me to sit here and on like tips and advice I learned, but everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different journey. You might actually not have so much drama than expected. Who knows? So I'm going to finish this video up here, otherwise this is going to be an hour-long video and no one has time to sit there and listen to me talk for an hour. So I hope you guys found this interesting and helpful, especially to all those new bride and grooms to be coming up this year or the next or any future years to come. But yeah, one really big advice I could take, if you take anything from this video at all, is try not to stress too much. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the perfect wedding that you want. There might be a few slip-ups here and there that don't go the way you want it to go, but it's going to be amazing and it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All that hard work and dedication you put in it, it's going to show at the end of the day. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!